on the next Showtime 30-minute movie.
Daddy?
Sapphire Man. Powers Booth stars as a father returning to the daughter he left behind.
You're the only one that can help me out, Dex.
Or is he? Then, a good night's sleep is all this man wants. But there's an open window.
What are you doing?
A quest for quiet easily turns sweet dreams into a nightmare.
You want to run that story past me one more time?
Then, two gang members square off in a deadly game of Russian roulette to prove they have hearts of stone.
What do we do? Walks out there holding hands?
3 special films on the Showtime 30-minute movie, premiering Sunday, March 31st.
Well, since when do you tell me when to come and go? Since I seen you going in the wrong direction.
Being a single mother isn't easy,
I'm so scared I'm screwing up with Jenny.
but Stella is one hell of a mother.
Oh, I hate seeing you like this. Yeah? Well, mirrors hurt sometimes, don't they?
Bette Midler,
I love you, Jenny girl.
Trini Alvarado, and John Goodman star
I love you. Love you, Mom.
in Stella. World television premiere, Monday on Showtime. Nick Parker's not afraid of man,
I suggest aspirin for the headache. What headache?
nor beast.
Nice doggy.
And when a friend's in trouble,
Did they tell you what they want me to do? Did they tell you what they've already done?
he's there to help.
Maybe I should get my license.
Rutger Hauer,
Shoot!
Blind Fury. Premiering Monday on Showtime.
Welcome to Altair 4, gentlemen.
On the next Showtime great old movie, Forbidden Planet. Before Star Wars, before Star Trek, there was this classic space adventure. Premiering Tuesday on Showtime.
Is everybody in? Is everybody in? The ceremony is about to begin.
Lay back and roll it. And that's it.
Oliver Stone, the director of Platoon and Born on the 4th of July, now brings to the screen America's most legendary rock band, The Doors.
The Doors music, I heard it in Vietnam for the first time when I was a kid, 19, and it really moved me. It was about things that I cared about. The lyrics were clear and erotic and sensuous.
Val Kilmer was chosen to play the part of Jim Morrison.
Part of what made it easy to play the part, actually, is he was a brilliant actor. He acted a lot. He didn't want people to know him, and so he presented something which prevented you from even getting close.
What I liked about Val was he has that sense of detached irony that Jim had, where nothing is what it seems. You know, nothing is taken for granted. He was Jim. It's the most complicated visual effect movie I've been involved in. I wanted to give a tone of increasing hallucination, kind of a dream you walk through. Meg Ryan, who plays Pam, was the most important woman in Jim's life.
She was more of a conventional person in an unconventional time. I think she kind of would have been a better yuppie.
The guys at Network have told us that they have a little problem with the lyric, girl, we couldn't get much higher. They asked if you could say instead, girl, we can't get much better. Can you dig that?
Girl, we couldn't get much higher.
Tried drinking blood?
Girl, we kissed Mars. We've gone too far.
It's no good for Act 3.
Hey, look out!
Direct from Los Angeles, California. Ladies and gentlemen, here now, The Doors. A nice ring to it.
Bill Harris in Hollywood with a special look at our leading lady, the brilliant young actress currently raising eyebrows. Chilling hit thriller, Silence of the Lambs. But right now, we help Jodie Foster look back.
You won't come after me.
You know, Jodie, it's almost Hollywood history that you were the Coppertone girl in the TV commercials and so on.
Yeah.
But your very first paying gig, Mayberry RFD?
That's true. My brother was on that series, so I guess he got me the job or something.
Now, does it ever show up in reruns? Have you ever seen yourself in Mayberry?
I think I saw a documentary they had about me. They showed it a long time ago, but otherwise, no. You know, I didn't have video then. Or something, you know, there was no videotapes then, so it's sort of like, those were my baby pictures, and it's like I've lost them.
But some of them repeat. I mean, Courtship of Eddie's Father was yours, My Three Sons.
Yeah, I did some on My Three Sons. I did a couple episodes of that.
So, I mean, you must be on rerun heaven somewhere.
Oh, yeah, every once in a while. It's also, it's like one of the favorite topics, dinner time topics with my friends is, you know, yeah, well, I was on Nanny the Professor, you know? Like, all those 70s shows that I did that are now come back as cool.
That's right. Thank goodness you chose the right one. You know, when I go through the records, when I go through the old interviews, I was pleased to see a quote that said, you date your real career from Taxi Driver. With Taxi Driver, quote, first time I realized acting wasn't a hobby. It was skill and it was work.
Yeah. It was definitely one of those things that really taught me how important work is. And that's definitely something that I tried to send down to my young actor that I just directed. Is I really wanted to give him this work ethic because it's one of the things that makes me very happy. That the 12 hours a day that I have to spend between Monday and Friday working, I want to be there. In fact, I want to stay 13 hours. And to figure out how to make work a passionate part of your life and how to make it personally therapeutic and how to make it something that makes you evolve and makes you better and that makes you generous and that, you know, you like that applause in some ways as opposed to sitting there going, oh, man, I can't wait till it's Friday.
Oscar for the Accused. One of my favorite quotes, if I have to look at the Jodie Foster quote book, is when, no, it's real fun.
I hate my shoes.
No, your friend Kelly McGillis, you have such different acting ethic that you said someone asks her to cry and she says, which eye, how much, and when.
It's true.
That has to be scary when you face something like that.
Yeah, well, she's very in touch with her emotions, and there are a lot of actors that I know, they're very, very in touch with their emotions, and some of the actors that I love the most, you know, I mean, like Robert De Niro or Ellen Barkin, or, you know, any of the people that I really enjoyed working with, certainly. I mean, you know, Tony Hawkins, all that. I come from a different place, and I'm not as much of I'm not that emotional person, and so it's harder for me. It's harder for me to get there. I think. I think I'm not. Sometimes I don't think naturally that I have an actor's personality, and I wish I did a little bit more. I think I have more of a director's personality, and I can't help it.
I'll get it. I thought you were on my side. You told me you were on my side. Why'd you do that?
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
I was surprised to see that as part of your homework, they showed you crime scene photographs.
Mm-hmm.
You must have seen some incredibly macabre stuff.
Uh-huh. Definitely.
Boy, did it influence you, affect you? How do you use that?
Yeah, certainly. But I had to know everything that Clarice knew, basically. I mean, that's what research is.
As a young FBI
You have to know everything
trainee.
that the character knows in order to do your job correctly, you know. And in order to understand what that quest is and to understand how you observe and how you observe a body and in order to look at it for clues. Because as macabre as that may be, that's what's going to lead you to get the villain. And that's what's going to lead you to save the next woman. And given a balance of those two choices, I choose saving the next woman,
Mm-hmm.
you know, than perhaps being more upset myself.
What did Lecter say about the first principles?
Simplicity.
What does this guy do? He covets. How do we first start to covet?
We covet what we see.
Every day.
Hot damn, Clarice.
You know it.
Let's talk about more great entertainment upcoming. Little Man Tate,
Yes.
feature film directing debut.
Yeah.
Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
Now you've done it. Now you've directed. You've talked about it for a long time. What surprised you the most about directing? What weren't you ready for? Or
I wasn't ready about how sane, happy, and stable and healthy I would feel. I think it's just the most even I've ever felt. And the more stress and the more questions and the more responsibility, just the more even and the more specific my choices got, really. So I really felt that it was a place where I felt very, very much at home, where I felt all of my different personalities could be explored as opposed to just one or two. It's great. Yeah.
Once upon a time, your mom, your pal, your manager,
Yes.
been together a long time, said, now Jodie has to hang in there until she's 35, when the great parts for women begin again. You're proving there are great parts before the age of 35.
Yep.
Was Mom wrong that time?
I don't think she's wrong, but I think in terms of historical experiences, what we look at, valued historical experiences, women, there's a lot of terrain that they have to follow historically in order to find themselves. Sometimes it means going through a lot of things between the ages of 20 and 28 that men got via a certain social order way before then. A certain kind of confidence, I guess.
Well, you once said men like themselves, women have to learn how to like them.
Have to learn how to. I think that's part of our traditional culture, and things are certainly changing, and I hope that I will be, you know, part of that next generation or something.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will.
There's an update with one of my real favorites. With thanks to Jodie Foster, I'm Bill Harris. In Hollywood, we'll talk again.
I'll help you catch him, Clarice.
Will the new Man of Steel end up beside himself?
You take away the plastic and metal and wires and you're just a couple of chunks on a coroner's table. You're not even a corpse.
Robocop 2, coming in June, only on Showtime.
2 Wiggins, no waiting.
I had a job in Miami with a toxic waste management firm. A huge company named Total. I hated the uniforms. I had to wear these brown shirts that said Total Waste right across the back.
I don't know why I'm looking in the refrigerator. I'm a typical guy. I don't have any food. I just have stuff to put on food in case I get some.
They're a pair of